Welcome to Linear Regression. First off, what I want to talk about here, if you're given 2 points, like the point -24, -7, and 3628, to find the equation, you can use the formulas here, but I want to go show you how to do this straight into a calculator to get the equation. And we'll talk about how to do this in a different slide. But basically, go to your calculator, your Inspire. You have to go to New. I'm going to go to Add, List, and Spreadsheet, option 4. And then option 4, you should end up with something like this here. It'll look like this here. You're going to take this A value that I'm kind of circling around right here, and you're going to replace it with an X. You're going to put that B value right there, replace it with a Y, and then simply we're going to then arrow down and enter into our data, the X and Y points we have right here. Then next what we're going to do is choose menu. You can see right over here. And in menu, we're not going to use action. We're going to actually use statistics. And then in statistics, after we choose option 4, we're going to choose option 1, stat calculations. Kind of already had it highlighted there in both of those because I'm going to arrow down this way the thing kind of works. Stat calculations. And then in that, we're going to choose option 4, linear regression. Now, your screen should look like this. And in the X list, right up here, I'm going to replace that with an X. I'm going to replace the Y with a Y. All right. And then now all I have to do is hit enter. Menu, and my enter button. And then I end up with this right here. So what does this tell me? Well, what this tells me, see this A is 7 and B is 0.5833. What that is telling me, that should be animated right there a second, is this. The y-intercept is actually 0.7 and my slope is that 0.5833. However, our problem is this here. Our formula is like this form here, and they're going to want a fraction answer. Well, what's nice about us is the test we're taking is all the answers are multiple choice. So I can simply, first off, the B is the slope, which is here, which I hate because we use y equals mx plus b as our normal formula. They're not the same b's. They don't mean the same thing. I want to make sure we emphasize that. This b here is the slope. This 7 is actually the y-intercept from a calculator. The calculator doesn't use a's and b's the same way that we do. So here's our answer, except all the choices are going to be written in fraction form. So I'm going to go to New, Add Calculator, and I'm going to hit my little button right down here. I'm not sure what that's called, and choose my little fraction bar. And I put 7 divided by 12, and you're going to get 7 over 12. But what I'm going to do is go to now option 2 under number, and then option 1, convert to decimal. And then when I hit enter there, it tells me that it is that 7 divided by 12 is 0.58333, which is the number that we had. If you just go put 0.583333 in the calculator, it won't do it because this is actually not an exact number, and it keeps going. That's why I had to look at the multiple choice answers to see that 7 over 12 is the decimal that made that equivalent part right there. So what this means is those numbers we have right there, the actual answer to this is y equals 7/12x plus 7. And that was using the linear regression to find the slope, which came in a decimal form, and the y-intercept. And once again, the A is the y-intercept and B is the slope, kind of backwards. I don't know why they did it that way in their formula processing. But that is how you use linear regression using the Inspire.